Sometimes life can be incredibly tough. We've all been through those moments when nothing seems to go right. The future feels uncertain, and the present feels unbearable. During these times, we might wonder, why is this happening to me? Or, where is God when I need Him the most? We feel lost, as if the weight of the world is on our shoulders and we can't take another step. But what if, instead of being punished, we are being prepared for something much greater? So, hello and welcome to Way to Enlightenment. Today, I'm going to share a powerful story about a man named Alex, who, like many of us, thought he had lost everything. Through his journey, we'll discover that no matter how hopeless things might seem, there's always a plan at work, a plan that's bigger than we can ever imagine. So, let's embark on this transformative journey together. Once upon a time, Alex was a man full of dreams and ambitions. He launched his business with fire in his heart and a vision in his mind. His hard work paid off in the beginning, as success seemed to follow him everywhere. But as time passed, things started to fall apart. His business faltered, debts mounted, and soon he was facing daily calls from creditors demanding payment. What was once a promising future quickly turned into a nightmare. The friends who once stood by his side vanished. Alex felt isolated, abandoned by the very people he had trusted the most. Every day felt like a battle, and every night a reminder of his growing failures. He couldn't see a way out. His frustration soon turned to anger. He began to question everything he once believed in, including his faith in God. "Why me? Why now?" he asked, but no answer came. His hope eroded, leaving only despair. It was then that Alex made the decision he thought would end his suffering once and for all. One day, he walked to the bank of a river, intent on ending his life. He couldn't bear the pain any longer. But as he sat there staring into the water, a figure appeared, a wise old man, gentle yet powerful in his presence. Without even asking, the old man seemed to know the depth of Alex's pain. He sat beside Alex and said, "I see you're troubled, my son. Share your burden with me, for perhaps I can help." At first, Alex hesitated, but something about the old man's warmth made him feel safe. He poured out his heart, speaking of his failing business, his endless debts, and the feeling of being abandoned by God. The old man listened patiently, his eyes filled with understanding. Then, without a word, he reached into his coat and pulled out a check. Alex's heart skipped a beat as he saw the amount, $5 million. "Take this," said the old man. "It will solve all your problems. Come back in 1 year and return it to me." The check was signed by none other than Mr. Max Roosevelt, one of the richest men in the world. Alex was stunned. Was this a miracle? The old man, without waiting for a response, quietly left, leaving Alex in awe. Alex went home, still in shock. He stared at the check, knowing that it could change his life. Yet, something within him shifted. Instead of cashing the check, Alex made a decision. He placed the check in a safe. Just knowing that the money was there gave him the strength to try again on his own. Instead of relying on the money, Alex decided to work harder and smarter. He began to negotiate with his creditors, asking for more time. He poured his energy into rebuilding his business from the ground up, determined to prove to himself that he could rise above his struggles without the money. And slowly things began to change. His hard work started paying off. The more he persevered, the more his confidence grew. He restructured his business, paid off his debts one by one, and day by day, his life turned around. The check remained in the safe, untouched, but knowing it was there gave him the peace of mind he needed to move forward. By the end of the year, Alex's life had completely changed. He was successful again, his business was thriving, and he felt a deep sense of pride in what he had accomplished. He no longer needed the money because he had found something even more valuable: belief in himself. 1 year later, Alex returned to the river, just as the old man had asked. With the check in hand, he was ready to return it, his life now transformed. As he waited, the old man appeared once again. But before Alex could speak, a nurse approached. She gently took the old man by the arm and apologized. "I'm sorry if he bothered you," she said. "He often wanders off telling people he's Max Roosevelt, but he's just a patient from the local mental asylum." Alex was stunned. The check he had been holding onto for a whole year was worthless. The old man wasn't a rich millionaire. But as Alex stood there, shocked, he realized something important. The check wasn't what had saved him. It wasn't the money that turned his life around. It was his belief in himself, the confidence to face his problems head on, that had made all the difference. And this, my friends, is the real message. Alex's story is a profound reminder that life's trials are never without purpose, though it may seem like the world is against us. There is always a greater plan unfolding. Every hardship, every setback, is part of a journey towards something better. The old man may not have had real wealth, but he gave Alex something even more valuable: belief in himself. And that's what changed his life. Often, we look for answers outside ourselves, but the truth is, the strength to overcome is already inside you. Alex's story is not just his, it's your story too. Remember, God's plan is not always visible. It requires faith to see the bigger picture. We may not always understand the reasons behind our suffering, but through perseverance, belief, and trust, the path unfolds. So, believe in yourself, trust the process, and know that you are part of a greater plan. If this story inspired you, please like this video. Share it with someone who needs a reminder that they are not alone in their battles. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Until next time, believe in yourself, trust the journey, and always remember, you are part of a greater plan. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.